We are back talking with Dr. Judy about the Netflix 4-part docuseries, Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. As far as the autopsy, the LA County coroner came up with accidental drowning caused by underlying bipolar disorder as a contributing factor. So what are your thoughts on that final coroner's report?
Well, I agree with the coroner completely, because when you look at the results, it essentially tells you that she was undertaking her medications. Now, Elisa did have 5 different prescription medications for her mental health issues. She had a stimulant. We never confirmed whether or not she actually has ADHD. Sometimes when people are depressed, they will have focus issues, but she was prescribed a stimulant. She was prescribed 2 types of antidepressants. She was prescribed an anti-psychotic and a mood stabilizer. And the autopsy report shows that while she had taken at least one of her antidepressants, probably the day of her death, she was not taking her antipsychotic, not anytime recently. And also similarly, she wasn't taking her mood stabilizer recently. Then when they went into her belongings and they counted the pills and looked at the fill date of those pills, they realized she had more pills than she was supposed to have if she had actually filled her prescription on the day that she did. So all of this really came together to suggest that when somebody is not taking their medications as instructed when you have bipolar disorder, especially when you're not taking antipsychotics or mood stabilizer, but you're taking your antidepressant and you're in a stressful situation. She was traveling all by herself, arrived in Los Angeles. She was in Skid Row, no less. That was a stressor for her probably. And then she wasn't taking her medications properly. It probably amplified the risk of her essentially having this manic episode. And when they talked to the family, they realized this is a history that she's had. And when you read her post on Tumblr, she struggled with her mental illness. She thought she was defective. She thought that she couldn't handle life, and that's why she had to take meds. There was a lot of self-stigma. And so she has this history of going off her meds, and at least one time she was psychiatrically hospitalized. And I just wanted to take this moment to acknowledge that stigma is very real, especially self-stigma. People really attribute all kinds of negative labels to themselves when they have mental illness. And that actually does lead sometimes to people not following through with their treatment because maybe they're trying to prove that they could do it, that they're just like everybody else. And certainly in BIPOC communities, and Elisa and I are both from traditional Chinese cultures, it's very hard to talk about that outside the family. People kind of keep it like a family secret. They don't want anybody to know about it.